doing?
Alhamdulillah, how you doing?
I've been watching your videos.
MashaAllah.
One Message Foundation.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you Muslim already, or?
Actually, I've been studying for over 20 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But I'm not a Muslim.
Well, today's your day.
Actually, I came to ask with 3 questions.
All right, if I answer your 3 questions, you're becoming Muslim. How's that?
It's very close.
All right, now let's do it. Let's make it that way.
Okay.
3 questions. If I answer them, you're becoming Muslim today.
How are you doing?
All right, great.
Okay. Well, based on the people of the book, on Adam and Eve,
Okay.
humanity is about 6,000 years old.
We don't believe that Islamically yet.
But the Earth is proven to be more than 6,000.
Agreed. Dating the earth is not proven from any ayah of Quran or Sahih Hadith. The Bible, for example, has been changed and revised and edited and books added and taken out that we cannot take it as a reliable historic document, right? So we as Muslims do not give the earth an age, right? We know it's been a lot more than 6,000 years, right? Because even if you go back to the time of Fir'aun and Musa alayhi salam, we're going to be around 5,000 BC. Musa alayhi salam was there because Yusuf alayhi salam's time people had moved to Misr, so that means Yusuf alayhi salam is before that. Then before Yusuf is going to be his father Yaqub, then is Ishaq, I'm sorry. Yaqub, and then Ishaq, and then Ibrahim, right? So Yusuf, then Yaqub, then Ishaq, then Ibrahim. So now Ibrahim alayhi salam is way before the Misr, which is the Egyptian pharaohs and pyramids. So now we're definitely going to go past, way past 5,000-10,000 years, right? Then you got to go before Ibrahim alayhi salam, right? You go all the way back to Idris alayhi salam and Nuh alayhi salam, and then you go to Adam alayhi salam. Who knows? That could be millions of years or hundreds of thousands of years. We don't know, and there's no benefit in knowing. If there was benefit, Allah would have told us, right? But the young Earth theory, which is a Christian concept, is wrong. We got 1 out of the way.
Okay.
2 more.
2 more. Everyone knows that the year is 365 and a quarter days.
Well, in the solar calendar.
The solar year. Why do the Muslims use the lunar, which is
Excellent.
10 days less?
Excellent. We use the lunar calendar because Islam is a very practical religion for all times and all places, right? If you don't know, if you don't have a calendar, if you don't have an app, if you don't have a written calendar, and you want to know what day is it a day of the middle of the month or beginning of the month? Islamically, we have worship that's tied to it. Like, for example, Ramadan or Eid, or this has to do with the calendar, right? So how would we know? Well, the lunar calendar, you can just look up at the moon and know. And that's amazing. Solar calendar is not like that. You can't look at the sun. You shouldn't look at the sun anyway. But even if you look at the sun, you can't tell whether it's the 14th or the 15th.
And no one has a telescope.
Yeah, I mean, even if you have a telescope, can you tell the date just by the sun, right? Well, you have to have that tracking system. My mother-in-law, she lives in a village, may Allah protect her, she doesn't have a calendar, right? She's in a village, right? And I was there, and talking about Islamic dates, I was just talking, hey, what date do you think it is? And she would look at the moon at night, and she would tell you it's the 14th of the month, of this month. I would look at my app, and she would be right? I tested it. Years later, I went to visit her, and I said, hey, what do you think? What date is it? She looked at the moon at night. She said, it's the end of the month. It's the 29th. Probably one more day. There might be. We'll check tomorrow. She was right. So without an education, without any of that, she's from a farming family, all that, right? Just from looking at the moon, she knew the dates. And that's amazing. That's why we use the lunar calendar. Now, for prayer time, we use the sunlight. Why? Because you can look at the shadow and know what time. Right now, if I didn't have an app and didn't know, I could take a stick, put it on the ground, and tell you which prayer time is it. Right? That's why Islam is so practical that for the prayer times, we use the sun's light because you can tell the shadows, and for the dates, we use the moon because anywhere in the world and any time you can look at the moon and see which day of the month is it.
So not everyone can use the
solar calendar. 2 down. 1 more.
1 more. Which is more important, fiqh or aqidah?
Ooh, good question. What is more important, fiqh or aqidah? And I'm impressed that you know what that is. Aqidah is the most important. Why? Because that's your belief. What if you make a mistake in fiqh, and even if you follow a wrong opinion in fiqh, it doesn't mean that you're not going to go to Jannah, right? But if your aqidah is corrupted, and depending on how corrupted is it, then it could bar you from Jannah, right? So aqidah is the most important thing in Islam. After aqidah, then fiqh and hadith and qira'at and all of those ulum are wonderful. Not that fiqh is not important. Every Muslim, it's obligatory on every Muslim to know enough fiqh to be able to carry out their daily worship, right? So fiqh is important. The ulama of fiqh were great ulama, fuqaha. Hadith are important. Tafsir is important. Qira'at are ahru. All of that is important. But aqeedah is the most important because that's your belief. 3 questions down, and now we're doing your shahada. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen wa salatu wassalamu ala khatim al-anbiya ashraf al-mursaleen. So our brother Willie was with us, mashallah, at the park today, and we had a great conversation, and he said he wanted to do his shahada in a masjid. So alhamdulillah, we are here. But before we get to that, so tell us a little bit about how you learned about Islam, what did you benefit from watching the videos, so that we can encourage other people also to share the videos and get the dawah out.
Actually, I have to apologize, but I told you a lie earlier today at the park. I didn't study for 20 years. I actually bought my first Quran in 1982.
That's amazing. It's still, yeah. 82 is a long time ago, mashallah, to have the Quran. That's amazing.
Better late than never.
Alhamdulillah.
I grew up in San Diego.
Mashallah.
Went to Wilson Middle School.
We went to the same middle school. Can you believe that? Crazy. Subhanallah. So, Brother Willie, mashallah, you've done your studies. You watched the videos, I'm assuming?
Yes, they were very good. And like I said, I don't know anyone more knowledgeable or experienced or exposed as you. You know.
I'm just, I'm a very beginning student. Alhamdulillah, I will introduce you to scholars that are much, much better than me.
So you were Christian prior to that?
Catholic. Catholic.
That's Christian.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all the same. Yeah, same. Yeah. Inshallah, soon this religion will enter every household. So as Rasulullah ﷺ has told us, and as we see, we have people that watch the videos. May Allah reward everybody who shares the videos and things that accept Islam in places that you couldn't imagine. Alhamdulillah. Yeah. So we will do Arabic first or English first?
We'll do English first.
English first. Excellent.
And actually, I've been through several Christian denominations, whether it's Mormon, Catholic, Protestant, and they always have a ceremony of baptism. It's a big ceremony. You invite the family.
We're not going to dunk you in any water, don't worry. The shahada is really something between you and Allah. Mm-hmm. We do it together as first to teach you the wordings and kind of help you with it, and secondly as a witness for you. But in the end, in Islam, it's all between you and Allah. Yeah. Right? Islam starts in the heart. Your belief is where it begins. And then it is professed on the tongue. And then it manifests on the limbs. Meaning, first and foremost, you have the belief. And today at the park, alhamdulillah, we went through your last 3 questions, and you have the belief. You believe in Allah. You believe in the Prophet. You believe in the guidance that was sent, the books, the angels. So now you have the belief. Now the next step is to profess it. That's what you're doing now.
Yeah, I haven't professed it yet.
And then after that, it's going to be daily. It's prayers, fasting, wudu, and inshallah, brothers will keep up with you and teach you and help you. I mean, we have all these brothers here. All of this community is your brothers and sisters around the world. 2 billion, 1.8 billion, whatever the number may be, we're all brothers and sisters now. But we don't have any kind of crucifixion or washing or dunking in water and all of that.
Almost drowning.
Yeah, almost drowning, All those made up ways have been invented. If you look at the original message of Isa ibn Maryam, and you look at the message of Musa and Ibrahim alayhim salam, they didn't do all of this. Their belief was the same. Believe in one Allah, one God, follow the Prophet of your time. If you're in the time of Moses, you follow Moses. If you're in the time of Jesus, you follow Jesus. If you're in the time of Muhammad, you follow Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon all of them, right? Mm-hmm. We know the last prophet was the Prophet Muhammad. Peace and blessings be upon him. So till the day of judgment now, whoever wants to be a believer, a Muslim, a submitter, this is the way of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So, I bear witness.
I bear witness.
There is none worthy of worship.
There's none worthy of worship.
Except Allah.
Except Allah.
And I bear witness.
And I bear witness.
That the Prophet Muhammad.
That the Prophet Muhammad.
Is his servant.
Is his servant.
And messenger.
And messenger.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. All right. Ashhadu.
Ashhadu.
Allah ilaha.
Allah ilaha.
Illallah.
Illallah.
Wa ashhadu.
Wa ashhadu.
Anna. Muhammada.
Muhammada.
Abduhu. Wa rasuluhu.
Wa rasuluhu.
Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. Muslim. Allahu Akbar.